Hey, how's it going, guys? Today I'm checking out the #1 F13 smartwatch available for under $40 online. So it really doesn't say much around the box, just like every other #1 smartwatch. Inside you got the watch itself, along with the user manual and a charger, a 2-pin magnet charger. So this one is in black with like red textures, which I kind of like, or red edges. And it's really just made of plastic all around, except for the back being made of stainless steel, it seems like. And then there's plastic you can remove from it. The heart rate monitor's down there, along with the charging port. The bands themselves aren't bad. They're kind of flexible, and it does give more of a curved look than some other watches that I've tested. So if you look at it, this part is curved instead of going straight downwards. There's a curved display. It's not completely flat compared to other watches, so it gives a more rounded texture overall. Now, I just charged it for a little bit and it turned on automatically. I didn't press any buttons. I was just assuming it wasn't charged, so that's one thing. And the screen does look pretty nice, but don't get fooled. It's only a small 1-inch display. It's not touchscreen or anything, but there is a button here where you can press, you gotta unlock this, and then it takes you to the next steps. And there's up and down buttons here, the stop and back button, and then the start button. Now, one important feature this thing has is flick to unlock, and that took about a second delay. It's usually a little better, but like since I have it on the camera, I had to like come down a little bit, but otherwise it's a little more responsive than that. And yeah, there is this bit of a half-second delay, a little more than half a second. Nonetheless, it's there. You don't need to change any settings. It comes with it. Okay, so it's actually relatively simple to connect this to your phone. You download the Fundu Pro app. It looks like that. And then you go in here, and it'll say connect to Bluetooth. You can click down here, then click Find Device. Here, make sure Bluetooth's on, and it's going to disconnect this, so never mind. And mine says Smart Device without the E at the end. And I can tell that it's connected because, one, it's showing up as the Bluetooth logo is showing that it's connected. It's hard to tell on camera because it's a little blurry. I gotta get a new camera. But anyways, the other way I was able to tell is I checked my pedometer and it's showing 71 on here. And it's also showing 71 on here too. If I go down right here, and it shows 71 out of 5,000. So there's that little goal mark that's set. So there's a little bit of green fielding because I've got 5,000 steps total today, which is showing. And by the way, I don't know the accuracy of it, but there is a bit of a delay. So when I was walking around, it did update after like 10-20 seconds. So I accidentally started something, which is walking on here, and I checked the smartwatch. It's not turned on here, but it's turned on here, but it's not tracking anything really, so that's a little odd. I guess it's not very accurate. It doesn't work too well or properly. I went for a run, and directly in sunlight I wasn't able to see anything, but when it wasn't in direct sunlight I was able to see the screen pretty well. So it's not a problem to see the screen. It doesn't look that bright, but it's still decent enough to use. The screen again is 1 inch. It's a TFT screen, so you put it one way it gets too dark, put it the other way it gets too bright. But it's really hard to tell with smaller screens since it's not going to be as big of an issue as it would be on tablets, so don't worry about that at all. And with my run, it updated everything on the app, as you can see. So on Saturday, I had about 1,296 steps. And then to get there, I went down twice, but you go down once and you'll get to the pedometer, which shows 0 steps right now because I just turned it on. It's the next day. Shows how many calories are burned, how far I ran, and then you click down and it comes back to the main screen. And now you can go down once more and you get the heart rate monitor. You can go down once more and I guess it shows your sleep monitor. Then go down again. That's where the running app is. So you can click walk and you can click start, and it'll start to record how long you've walked. And you can look at other stats right here when you click down, and it just keeps going back and forth, showing you everything. You can click stop again, and it'll go back and it says you're finished. It might be a little confusing to navigate at some points, but you just keep clicking stop and it'll go back. If you click stop again while you're on this app area, it'll take you back to the time. Now you go down once more and you can see the running app. It's really the same thing as the walking app. And we've got climbing, cycling, swimming, football, basketball, badminton, table tennis, and that's pretty much it for that. Now that's quite a few things. I'm sure it just checks your heart rate monitor and the pedometer as you keep going. I'm not sure about the accuracy of all that. And then this should be for notifications, but it doesn't seem to be opening up with mine. Partially, possibly due to it being an iPhone. That's just my guess though. And then you can go ahead and click on the clock to change the clock interfaces. So there's one here, this is the second one, this is the third one, and the fourth one. This is the worst one in my opinion because it's so small, it'll show like the thick bezels all around. So I think these other choices are better, that this is as like large. This isn't as good. And then the first one that we saw, this one is also a good option. I would choose this one too if I could. So I click start to change the icon, and there we have it. And finally we have this here. I'm not sure exactly what this is, but you can click find phone, so let's try that. So if you click find phone and your phone isn't on, you go into the Fun-Do app to stop it. And then once you do, like, you gotta make sure that it's not on vibrate, because if it's on vibrate, it's only gonna vibrate. But if it's on ringer, it'll be able to have that ringing tone to find your phone. After find phone, we have the stopwatch we can click on, and obviously it's a stopwatch, so you can click start, and then you can stop, you can go back. Then we've got the vibration. You can turn on vibration this way, and every time you go up or down, you'll feel a vibration on here. And then we can click start to just stop it. And then there's also the buzzing noise, which is basically a ringer every time you go up and down. I'd rather keep that off personally. Then it's about device, so it'll show you a little more things on here. And then the reset button, and then the power off button to turn it off. So you can click start just to turn it off that way. And now it's off. Overall, I gotta say, I like the curvature look of this. It's kind of slight, but it does look appealing. It looks a little more natural than like a squared watch or some other rounded smartwatches. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Overall, I'd say, yeah, this is a good choice. If you're looking for something to use more outdoors, but you can always see the screen, then I'd recommend the Amazfit Pace smartwatch. It's going to be $100 if you're willing to pay that much, or there's also another cheaper option called the iWound P1 Sportswatch that has the brightest smartwatch screen I've ever used. I can easily see that outdoors no matter where I'm at. But other than that, if you're willing to cut costs and save money, then this is also a good option. You'll be able to see this in certain situations, except directly in sunlight. If it's very broad daylight out and there's no shadows around or anything, then it's going to be a little harder to see. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Leave a like if you found this video helpful, and subscribe if you want to see more. As always, thanks for watching.